Hey guys, Psycho Doggo here, back with my 100% practice walkthrough of Dark Souls 3. In this episode, we are going ahead and we are taking out High Lord Wolnir. So, let the ball pass. We are going to just start with the run to the boss himself. Obviously, this is a very safe boss to run through because you get to initiate the boss fight. You know, you don't just walk through a fog wall and start getting attacked. So, down these stairs. Oh, dodge the rats, or kill them. I planned on killing at least one of them, but failed. Roll past this nerd. Keep going. This is the always semi-frantic run where you are just hoping the skelly boys don't knock you out. Get to the bridge. Head right across this bridge. Once you're just past 2/3 of the way, boop the railing, run the rest of the way, and anything following you will no longer be able to follow you. So, good stuff. Come up the path, some double doors, bust these doors on open, and there is a skull on a table. Now, Wolnir is kind of a gimmick fight. You can kill him by damaging him normally, but he has 3 golden bracelets. So those bracelets, if you break them, then each one takes 1/3 of his health and he dies. So he is weak to a few things. Wolnir is an abyssal creature, therefore he is weak to the Wolf Knight Greatsword. But he is also resistant to dark, so if you have a dark infused weapon, don't use it on him or it'll take a lot more hits to knock him out. And he is immune to bleed and frost. So just be aware of that. If you're using a frost weapon, you can't frostbite him, and obviously can't bleed him because he is a skelly boy himself. Now, one test I will show you guys. So this does do plus 20% damage to him. So what you always want to do is just two-hand your weapon, equip them both, and you'll see 368 to 300. And then just sit down, pull out a calculator, and what you're going to want to do is take 308 and you're going to multiply it by 0.2. That's going to come out to 61.6. You can do 61.6 plus 308. It's going to give you 369. So as you can see, you get 1 bonus damage if you have a +2 Wolf Knight Greatsword versus the +3 Black Knight Sword. So I guess technically it's worth it. So we're gonna see, can we go ahead and rock it for this fight? You do have to go ahead and put the Knight Helm back on. Take the Black Iron off. You're good to go. Same moveset, like exactly. The only difference is the weapon arts, and you do not need perseverance in this fight, so you don't even need to worry about that. So take your 1 extra damage and touch the goblet. You know, almost, I would probably argue that 95% of boss fights in these games is either you going somewhere where you really shouldn't have, or you poking something you really shouldn't have. You know, I do believe that in Dark Souls games, you are very much the villain at best, and at worst, you are an incompetent villain that just keeps touching stuff. That's why typically when I die, I feel like it is fairly just, but go ahead, skip this scene. As you can see, that is the last pyromancy tome, so you can get a couple of free hits in on him if you ignore it, but I'm gonna go grab it. Mine. And then just boop. Oh, ow, now. Okay, he's breathing fog. That fog kills you. Run away. If he ever breathes it, run away. Just keep away from him. He's gonna do 3. Okay, he did that. He'll typically walk up towards you. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. Just watch what he's doing. He's breathing fog again, so you're going to want to run away from him while he breathes fog, and then hopefully he'll swing an arm. Next, sometimes he walks up after. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he does 2. Broke 1. As you can see, pretty easy to break. When he does that, you typically... Oh, did not get another hit in. Oh, he's going to do a swipe. You can roll this, but I did not. It's kind of hard to roll. He can pull out a sword, so just be aware of that. He can also summon in baddies. Oh god, he's breathing again. Just every time he breathes, go ahead and run on up this hill. Get out of the fog. If you're in the fog, you just will die. There's nothing really you can do. He does 2 steps with each hand. If the hands land on you, they can't hurt you. Oof. I missed it again. Ugh. He's going to miss me with this slap. There it is. Here we go. Broken boat. This is the harder one. Some people recommend going for it first because it is harder. Oof. My one eye's on. Okay, he just did a fist slam. He does fist slams from time to time. Okay, if you get close enough to him, this won't hit you. Where'd his hand go? Oh, it's all the way back there. Okay, so this summons Skelly Boys. When he slams this down, skeletons are going to come. Ignore them. His attacks kill them. It's nothing really too dangerous. Depending on how far along into the boss fight you are, that's what determines what he summons. I am trying to take my time, which I really don't like to do. Now he's summoning in his sword. That's the last thing I wanted to show you guys. He does an AoE with the sword. As you can see, if you have already knocked out 3 of his bracelets, okay, there you go. He's killing his guys. Give me your sword hand. Okay. He's going to do a swipe with his sword. And he's going to bring his hand back down. Hand! Oh, I thought that would have killed it. Oh, that's the AoE. Roll frantically! There's the end of the boss arena. As you can see, it's very dangerous to... The AoE does... Oh, no. The end of the boss arena is a really bad place to be. But it doesn't matter, because we were ready to kill him. So if you get backed all the way up against this wall, and he breathes his smoke, you're going to die. And there's really not a whole lot you can do about it. But I really worked to lengthen that fight just now. It's usually a pretty quick fight. Just get after those bracelets, watch out for the breath, and ignore everything else he does. You can tank any of his damage. You could see how slow he was. So he's really not a boss that you need to be afraid of. Just get after the bracelets, and you'll be good to go. So, that is the Wolnir boss fight. Some people don't like it. Honestly, I really enjoy the fight. It's kind of nice to just have a straightforward fight that's not overly difficult. And the area right after is a lot of fun. So, we're going to go ahead and head into Irithyll. Irithyll is probably the most aesthetically pleasing area of the game. At least in the base game. So, if you reload the game and you did not, I'm going to switch this weapon out, you did not pick up that last Pyromancy Tome, it will summon in, I believe, right here. But it will summon back into this room. So you can just quit out real quick, reload, and it will be in this room for you. Ooh, actually, it might be in this room up here. I don't know. It might be in this room. Either way, check this room and the boss room. You're just searching frantically for that one item. I'm going to make sure I go ahead and light this bonfire. I don't think there's any reason to come back here, but I'm going to light it. And then we're just going to go ahead and progress. There's no enemies between us and the next bonfire, so we're just going to go ahead and get to it. Up the stairs, and welcome to Irithyll. This is where all those frost guys come from, and man, oh man, is it gorgeous. Holy cow. See Anna Orlando up there. It is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I don't know if that's where the game was supposed to have started, but man, oh man, it's just beautiful. I love it. Be very careful going onto that bridge. A evil pontiff doggo is going to attack you. Very dangerous. Before we do that, we're just going to go ahead, process that boss soul. Wolnir's boss soul, pretty good one. So now that we have the Irithyll bonfire lit, we're going to head on back, check out the boss soul, and in the next episode, we will deal with the boss soul. Now, as I said, we already got that ring. or got the tower key. If you have not gotten the tower key because you were spending your souls, didn't have enough, didn't feel like grinding, not a big deal. Now you have all these sweet, sweet boss souls. So go ahead, buy that tower key, and take care of that stuff. It's very important that you do knock that out. We're just going to spend the rest of the episode checking out the boss weapon and talking to some NPCs. So, 2 items, Black Serpent, very nice pyromancy, sets up a lot of cool things, and if you are doing a Sasuke build, it is a very nice pyromancy. And then there's Wolnir's Holy Sword, which I would recommend just because it scales well with quality so long as you have 13 faith. So, I'm going to grab his Holy Sword, because as I said, I'm grabbing melee. Make sure you talk to Egon. Now, if you buy her bad souls, he's going to take her away, and you're going to have to go kill him, which is just depressing. Just make sure you're following me with her, and just talk to him, and then he'll leave. He says it's a good thing. Now talk to her, make sure that you've given her all the miracles. Don't buy anything yet. I will walk you through buying them later. I've already shown you guys which ones are bad, which ones are good. Come back. Talk to him. Obviously, we've given him all the scrolls. We got some more scrolls for him later. Now you can see Grave Warden is another one that he can't learn. The last NPC that's going to come into Firelink is going to be right here. She is not here yet. We will find her later. Talk to him. We're going to send him out on his second adventure in just a little while. We just got to make sure that everything is set up before he goes. And then lastly, talk to her. Now, if you talk to her and she mentions Orbeck of Vinhelm, you can just go over and kill him and get a really cool weapon for him. However, if you just follow along with this guide, at the end of the game, we're going to complete Orbeck's quest. And once you've completed Orbeck's quest line, you're going to get his ashes. And once you do that, you come back to Yuria, you give her his ashes, and then you get the weapon anyway. So as I said, we're trying to complete all the side quests as far as possible in one playthrough. So I would recommend leave Orbeck alive so we can do his entire quest line and then still get the goodies from Yuria's quest line. So just be aware of that. See if you can upgrade anything else. We can upgrade our Baymore, so we're going to do it because gotta love the Baymore. Don't have enough Twinkling. We'll get enough Twinkling later. Do not upgrade Wolnir's sword, and we are still saving to go ahead and get the Wolf Knight up to +3 for a boss that is coming up. So now we have talked to all the NPCs. We have gotten our boss weapon, so it is time to go ahead and level up. At this point, you can give her the Firekeeper Soul. Even if you don't want to use it, you can still give it to her. So now she can heal the Dark Sigil. You get that with the Tower Key. Obviously, if you watch all the episodes, you will know that. And we can go ahead and level up. Again, we are going for 25 Vigor, 25 Endurance, 25 Strength, and 25 Dex. We are not there yet. I'm going to go ahead and point into Dex. Alright. And that's going to be it for this episode, guys. So in the next episode, we are going to... Yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to start the next episode from the Irithyll Bonfire. So I'm just going to go ahead and burn on back there. And that'll be the last thing we do for it. So as I said, go ahead, knock out that Tower Key business. It's about time anyway. Usually when level up costs around 20,000 souls, it's about time to buy that Tower Key. And in the next episode, we're going to go ahead and get into Irithyll, deal with Pontiff's Beast, and we are going to be able to initiate the next portion of Sirius's questline. So if you've been following along with me, we'll get to knock out Sirius's questline, which is a very fun questline. Lots of NPC fights, which I always enjoy. And if you are nervous about PvP, her questline's really good because it gets you lots of PvP. Not PvP, PvNPC. Similar to PvP, but alright, this is where we're going to end it. So I'm going to just end it on this beautiful view. Thanks for